Pranam Swamiji. So we have this yet another session on relatively interesting topic, a little different topic, and this topic we have decided is what is real education. So many of us, when we talk amongst ourselves that he is an educated person, he has so much of university qualification, and sometimes we casually say that even though this person is highly educated, he has no real education. So this term we use in our day-to-day conversation. Sometimes when an intelligent, highly qualified person behaves something irresponsibly or uh, which is not expected out of him, we really question the present day education. So, Swamiji, could you please highlight as what is real education and the way we think what university qualification is it really changing and making us educated? Over to you, Swamiji.
Okay. So today's topic is real education, and what Amit has told is correct. People known as highly educated professionals and big university degrees there and highly qualified and educated. But sometimes we also heard the same kind of word used saying that even though he is highly educated, but he has no education at all. See, when we say these highly educated, big qualification, university degrees is there, in their sayings, we are indicating that he has a highly educated means there are so many degrees he had. He had so many degrees in that sense, highly educated. There we see that in the, what do you call it, any company, any management institution, other places you see, they judge education qualification. So naturally, they have a higher education, they get it, job, and you say he's highly educated. This intention or notion of telling is that he has just so much degrees. But when we say, even though he is highly educated, he does not know how to behave and how to talk. He does not know how to behave. Behave means behavior depends on the persons to give the respect. In that, what is the notion of education? He does not have the manner, no education at all, as if he has no education. In that sense, we expect that kind of education, which is related to his character, his behavior. First part, when you say highly educated, that indicates his only qualification, which he earned from the universities and different big institutions. And the second statement, we say that he has education, but he does not know the manner. He is uneducated. ऐसा education क्या जरूरत है? That means here we expect, or here we see that education means here he has no character. He has no human feelings or human beings, how to behave, how to deal. So there is good manliness, human beings, human qualities. Second examples, when we say that he has no education at all, we there we want to mean that he has no human qualities. So whatever degree he has got it, highly educated means he are only degrees, but people expect the real sense. If you are educated, then you must have the quality of human feelings, human, try to become a human qualities. So actually real education, we express, we say that human feelings, human qualities, qualities of humanity. Quality of a humanity does not come from the degrees. So here often we say these words, but from that it is clear real education is those who have the human qualities, characters, manners, he has good manners. But if he does not have this, so education, even you are highly educated, it has no meaning at all. Our day-to-day conversation, it is clear. One part we are expressing how many degrees he had, highly educated. Other part, how a person's a human beings, human qualities he has. So there is a beautiful quotation. Real education is a journey from converting the human beings into being human. Be human. Even you're highly educated, but you are not human. You are unable to be human being. So this education has no value at all. Unless the education makes you a good human being, it is of no use. The real education not only impacts the knowledge, but to give the wisdom. Only wisdom takes you ahead in the life. So now we come to the life. It is real education actually connect to the life. In the Shastras also, the Vidya Dadati Vinaya. Vidya Dadati Vinaya. Real education gives you the humility. That means you are a human beings. Human beings needs Vina, humility. So Shastra also say like that, and there are beautiful examples that when a beautiful tree, mango tree, full of in the seasons of mangoes are there, the trees went down, weight of the fruits, mangoes. Similarly, persons who has a real education, he is like mango tree, very humble, very humble, lovable to all human beings, loved by all people like him. He also always full of cheerful because he has no ego. There's so many degrees he has, so many highly educated, so called. So another beautiful example you will find, and Sri Ramakrishna's beautiful that story, that how this Vidya knowledge killing us. That also another story is there. You know, Sri Ramakrishna, that beautiful story is that some people on a boat crossing a Ganga river. In there is a Pandit with Bhagavata is reading, asking others, do you know the Bhagavad? Do you know the Saradarshan? Do you know the Gita? This, that. Everybody told Panditji, no, we do not know all those things. But a very aged senior, he was sitting there, keeping quiet. He found a beautiful, found this sky becomes dark. It is the sign of a great storm. So that gentleman asked that, humbly, Panditji, now you are showing a dark, sky become dark. Any moment storm will come. And by this time storm came also. And this boat is tilting. That time that person asking, Panditji, do you know the swim? Well, no, I do not know the swim. Other people, those who are there, all we know the swim. But you do not know. Then storm came, tilted, then you will die. Panditji was very much afraid. Then elderly person asked, what is the use this kind of Pandit, this kind of a knowledge, this kind of degrees, is highly educated to save your life in this situation? What is the use? A Pandit cannot save the life in this critical situation. Critical situation, you can save the life by knowing the swim, not your Vidya, Pandit education. Sri Ramakrishna has given beautifully what is real education. The real education is that human qualities, you can solve any problem in the life. Just for example, she has given the swimming. Swimming is a very beautiful example. You know to swim, to cross the river. So we are in this world also river. How will swim this river, worldly river, where we are? We have to know the swim, with the wisdom, how to handle the situation. So that wisdom is most important from the knowledge. And most of the people, what will happening, they know the degrees which increases our arrogance. Real education makes a man to be human and makes a man, brings beyond humility. And which is not real, it only inflated the ego. Education related to the reality. What is our reality? Atman, Ishar. Education related to the world, worldly things. That education is empty. Empty education. No use at all. Except earning money, cheating others. But education related to the reality of that is divine qualities, divine spark that will come when you become human. Humility is there, character is there, you have a strength, mind strength, and your moral strength is there. So this is the actual real education. For example, Ramakrishna has not read so many things, but he is the master of the real education. Same case of the Holy Mother. How? You know the real education. Human beings, human qualities. and are not yet. See, that is a beautiful sayings that real education, the persons who is egoless, then another way. But main thing is real education, when education help you to become human beings, to become human, man to be human according to Ranganathan ji. So divine qualities, that is a part of human qualities, and being a human beings, humanity. And then ultimately what will get it? Peace of mind. And that education balance your mind, balance your desire, manage your desires, and whole life you are happy, and you can swim the world of ocean. But the education so-called, we praise it, highly educated, that not able to help to cross the ocean of the world. Only he will dive deep नीचे ही चला जाए. So increase divine qualities, that is actually real education. You go to the 50 years back, how people are very cordial. They have no education at all, but they have the real education to cross the ocean of the worldly ocean, with smiling face, because he has the real education. That means some divine quality, morality. But they have no so-called education of qualification, degrees, paper they have no. But smilingly they can swim this world and enjoy the life at peace of the mind. But the education, what we have the idea, this education, you cannot swim the world, only bring pain, because there is no divine qualities, only arrogance, arrogance, arrogance. So these are the few 0.23 angles I thought over it, and now I express it and explain it. Now you can ask the questions.
Yes, thank you very much, Swamiji. And as you have highlighted from the discussion, so we can understand Manushya Bano, the being human, and this quality, when we become more human, we can, by and large, we have the divine quality, discrimination, control of senses, and less of ego. And then we are humble, but still I want to ask you one question, that we listen to this statement that Vidya Dadati Vinay. Could you please explain us in a subtle way as why you have even given us an example that also we have understood of a mango tree, but how this education and humility, how we grow with humility when we become educated? Could you throw more light on this so that we also can be on this path, and we also can introspect, and what is going wrong with us we can understand? Over to you, Swamiji.
See, first thing, when we study, what is the purpose of education? Purpose of education, get more marks, more money, more power. That is the education. But if you know the purpose of education, yes, that part is that they are only to get good marks. It is not the education. That purpose of education to become a better human beings. That should be in the mind. That we are going to the school, college, if only focused, only get good marks, good career. Whole society, parents focus on that. Nobody focus on that education is also a part of how to become better human beings. So the definition has changed from the society. And the parents, from where they learn, they are learning immoralities from their life, from their parents. So how a person become immoral, but idea will be fixed? No. Purpose of education to become better human beings. Along with the university degrees. But to better human beings, morality, the minus it. Learn from the parents also. Parents also immorally behaving, talking, and children have this kind of impression. But whereas you go to the 50 years back, how moral and parents and teacher, parents, father and mother leading a beautiful life in morally, even though they're educated, and correcting their children. Purpose of education is not to gather money, earn money, to equip yourself, and the rest of the life you can deal with, manage your life. For that, it is necessary morality. Morality has gone down, no fear. So ultimately, this education definition has totally changed. But 50 years back, it was there. Education both better human beings and degrees. So vidya dadati binoy means that is the purpose of education. Now purpose of education is only money and power. Totally changed because of our changing of mind. But old age it was not there. Modern age, purpose of education changed, and this kind of knowledge you are giving your children, purpose of education only get good marks and career. But earlier purpose of education is not like that. Better human beings along with formal education. So dadati bina, that is the purpose of education, but you forget it. We have given a new definition. Vidya datai, arrogance, that is money, power, position, that is our creation. The Sanskrit Bharsa Rishi told, purpose of education, dadati, better human beings, beyond. So our purpose, we should change your purpose of education. Think about this. Then I think you can change yourself. Even though you are educated, qualification is there. Qualification is not so important. Important is whether you have changed it or not. That will come. Formal education also required. Not at the cost of the purpose of education. And where country has gone. Because the definition of education is changed. We have changed it. But our astronauts never change it because of selfishness, because of our greed. And what is going on in the name of the greed? Is this education? How educated people are so corrupted? They educated, they take this country to a long way, but they are so much corrupted because purpose of education forget that we are human beings, and that humanism, human feelings, where it is. So we have changed it, and we are suffering. But Shastra never says the purpose of education only to earn money. Purpose of education, that means including formal education. For our case, present case, formal education is education. And what is this? To get more money. And people are corrupt, immoral, so they are corrupting. And how country is slowly stepping down and down and down due to giving the new definition of education, forgetting the definition of the education according to our Shastra. I hope you understood.
Yes, thank you, Swamiji. I think this is the basis. And if we introspect deeply on the purpose of education, I think definitely it will help us to bring good changes. Thank you very much, Swamiji. Any supplementary or any other question? If someone is having, you can please ask. We can still accommodate one more question. Anyone? Akhil wants to ask. Ravindra is there. Yes.
Pranam Maharaj. Hello.
Ah,
Yes.
yes.
Maharaj, they say knowledge is power, but from my experience, I realize the bookish knowledge
Okay, I got you. I got your point. If knowledge is a power, a dacoit, that in tremendous knowledge and tricks is required. That is also power. And that corrupt people, how taking out the money from the bank, that is also power. That is also knowledge. Everybody do not have that kind of knowledge to do this. Very few people, tremendous knowledge. So you have to understand knowledge is power in the true sense. Knowledge means true knowledge coupled with the spirituality, morality, and related to the reality. Then this is the knowledge is a power. Otherwise, knowledge is a power, destroy yourself and destroy the country. Is this the power you want? I think you got the answer.
Yes, Maharaj. Yes. Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you.
Pranam Maharaj, this is Akhil.
Yes.
What steps can be added to the modern formal education that will bring a real education to the current day students?
But if you change your outlook, definition of education, you can get all the ways. Change the definition of the education. The purpose of education, Viddha Dadati Vinay. If this come in the mind, then you think it, ponder it, then you'll get the way as you are practicing spiritually. And slowly, like that, steps will come within you how to become, fulfill the purpose of education. और बीमारी कहाँ है? वो एजुकेशन का डेफिनेशन चेंज कर अपना स्वार्थ, अपना मतलब दुनिया तो स्वार्थ है, होल सोसाइटी इज सेल्फिश. सो ऑल टोटली सब मिलके एजुकेशन का डेफिनेशन नया बना दिया और बच्चों लोग को सिखा रहा है, समाज को सिखा रहा है. बस समाज में ऐसे हो रहा है. Highly corrupted, people are corrupted, then our system is corrupted, everywhere is corruption. because of there is no real education. Is the definition real education to make you corrupt? Education means make you more good people. This is the expectation. But nowadays, educated people mean more corrupted person. ये layman, अरे छोड़ दो, वो जितना से पढ़ाई किया इतना corrupted, अच्छा तो आदमी नहीं बना है. Everybody expect highly educated, how polite, अच्छा, benign, कितना होना चाहिए. आगे दूर educated, सब corrupt. So if you change the definition of education from the mind, then you will get all the ways as already you are practicing spiritual practice. That will help you also.
Yes.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Okay.
Thank you indeed, Swamiji. And really, it has thrown our mind in introspection that what education really means, and we will improve with this thought in mind. I think we'll conclude now. Thank you very much, Swamiji.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you.